Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Eli at Kingsbridge Performance 4x4 here in North Yorkshire. And tonight I have for you this very, very special Mclaren 720S Performance Spyder. Make no mistake, this is a very, very unique car. For a number of reasons, which I'll go into in a moment. But first of all, let me just talk to you about this colour. It is called MSO, which stands for Mclaren Special Operations, FISTRAL BLUE, and it suits the 720S beautifully. I fell in love with this car as soon as I saw the pictures of it, and my contact sent it over to me. It just struck a chord with me. And I buy cars that I love. I don't just buy cars because I think they'll sell. I buy cars that I think look phenomenal, and this is exactly that. It looks stupendous. The colour's just so striking and looks so good on this car. I mean, I love blue anyway, but what I loved about it also was the contrast between the blue, the black and the carbon fibre. Now, this particular example was actually owned and spec'd by McLaren Ascot, as far as I've been made aware anyway, before being supplied to our current owner from McLaren in beginning of this year. And the particular car's January 19 car, so it's just over 2.5 years old. So it'll turn 3 years old in January 2022. It's had two services, one in January 20 and one in January 21. So McLaren, as you know, brought out the 720S, which was like the top of the range, 720 denoting the 720 horsepower. So of course the range starts off with the 570 with 570 horsepower, or prior to that was the 540. Then you've got things like the 600, then the 675, etc., etc. That all corresponds to the amount of horsepower the engine, the 4-litre V8 produces. So the 720 was the top of the range. It is a crazy, crazy car. It's so fast. Probably one of the fastest cars out on the road today. And they initially launched it back in, I think it was 2017-18, or could have been slightly earlier, or 2016. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. But they only launched the Spyder in 2019/20. So hence you see on our listing it actually says it's 2020, but actually it's 2019 cars. This was the first of the Spyders, and the nice thing about the Spyders was McLaren had already sorted most of the issues, if not all the issues, that plagued the early launch edition 720Ss. So by the time they launched this, there was very, very little problems that McLaren had, and by that time, of course, McLaren have already sorted out their customer service and warranties, etc. So which is now sorted completely different to how it used to be, and that means that the McLaren values have remained rock steady, and in fact over the last 12 months have risen drastically as people switch on to McLaren and want to get their hands on one, because they are probably one of the best supercars to drive. They're spacious, they're comfortable, the gear change is phenomenal, the speed, the handling, they are fantastic, fantastic supercars, and I've driven many, many of them, and I've got to say the McLarens are the best, head and shoulders above the Ferraris, the Lamborghinis, and certainly the Porsches that I've driven. The McLaren, it just stands completely on another level. So this particular car is still under McLaren warranty. Its next service and warranty extension will be due in January. Two-owner car. 2 keys, book pack, stamped service book, everything's there as it should be. But what makes this so special is not just the paint colour, and you'll never see another like this, it's the options. This has got pretty much every carbon fibre option ticked. So the list price on this car, believe it or not, was just shy of £400,000. I was told, and don't quote me on this, it was touching £380,000 list with all the carbon. So you have got carbon fibre wing mirrors, and not just the carbon fibre wing mirrors, but also the carbon fibre wing mirror stems as well. Okay, carbon fibre vents in the front bonnet, carbon fibre headlight surrounds, carbon fibre front splitter, carbon fibre vents there. The wheels are the ultra lightweight 10-spoke satin black wheels that the wheels alone were about £10,000 as an option. Obviously you've got the carbon ceramic brakes as well, with the gloss black McLaren calipers. More carbon fibre here in the rear quarters. The whole tonneau cover, the roof cover, that's all, or the roof storage cover, that's all carbon fibre as well. The whole thing. Back here, everything carbon fibre as well. Interior, all interior components are carbon fibre. The windscreen surround, that's carbon fibre. The sills, carbon fibre. The seats, the carbon fibre performance touring seats. Not just the racing seats, because they would be too uncomfortable. It's the touring versions, so they are wider and more comfortable to sit in. Everything in Alcantara. Now, the combination of all this Alcantara and carbon fibre means this is probably the lightest 720S you will find on the market today. And of course, lightweight equals speed. And power is just there anyway. You've got that 720 horsepower, but with all that carbon and Alcantara, it just strips the weight down to the absolute bare minimum. This thing is a machine that flies. The whole rear spoiler that is phenomenal bit of kit in itself. You can see there the hydraulic struts. So this raises as you brake to give you more braking resistance from the air that's passing over it, and then lowers as you go. Well, depending what speed you do, it'll raise or lower itself accordingly. But yeah, everything carbon fibre as well on this. You've got the lovely illumination, ambient lighting in the engine bay as well, which glows red when you turn it on. Looks fantastic. You've got the sports exhaust on this one as well, which sounds fantastic on this car. Do not mistake these or compare these to the 675 LTs or the 570Ss. They sound pretty average at best. This sounds phenomenal. The whole rear bumper, guess what? Carbon fibre as well. Everything carbon fibre, look at it. It's got the reverse camera as well. All the tyres are the correct Pirelli P0 Corsa. So you could get two tyres on the McLarens. There was a Corsa and the non-Corsa models. The Corsa was like the High Performance Extreme. It's got the MC McLaren rating on them, and they are enormous. I think they're what are they? 305s, so 305mm wide. Look at the venting on this thing. It's just everywhere. All these ducts and vents to get as much cold air into the engine as possible. What a machine. More vents and ducts there. It's just, people stop and stare at these things unlike anything else out on the road. There's nothing else quite like it. That colour just, I've never seen a 720S in this colour, and I've never seen one on the market in this colour. So this is a truly unique example, and I don't think you'll ever see another. It's a very, very special car. So I'm going to show you the interior, I'm going to show you the roof up, I'm going to show you the storage. So we'll raise the door first. As you can see here, you've got everything covered in Alcantara and carbon. Look at the switches there, carbon. All the sills in carbon, and then another option that this car's got, which was another mega option, was the exposed tub, the carbon fibre tub. So you can see the actual tub of the car that was all, because obviously the whole tub's made out of carbon fibre, to have all that exposed, that was another £5,000 option. Amazing. Amazing, amazing car. Of course, we've got two keys. So let's lift up the front end. So this is your storage, because of course the engine's at the back. This is a cover that we use. This is not the McLaren cover. This is a cover that we use ourselves. So you've got the books there, the fire extinguisher, the emergency kit. That's the registration plate mounting plates if you want to use them, or you can just use some double-sided sticky. Now I checked this car out with one of the McLaren techs before I bought it, and they were completely, they checked the history and everything. They said the car's been absolutely spot on, so it's nice and reassuring to hear. Got the McLaren mats. Look at these seats. So all the seat are ultra lightweight, super thin carbon seats, and they're very comfortable. Do not think that you're going to be riding around in you know, with a sore butt after an hour in the car. That is not the case. The cars are very, very comfortable sitting. Look at all that, everything's carbon. I've never seen anything like it. Phenomenal. Look at that, the vents there. The window frame, the window surround. There we go, so the ambient lighting, the engine's turned on now that we've opened the car. Boom, look at that. Okay, let's switch it on. So it's done 5,000 miles, the car. Press the start button. You've got launch, you've got hazards, reverse, neutral drive, hood up, wind deflector as well, so that can go up and down. So that is simply a case of up, down, and then we've also got the hood. Look, all carbon. Can you see that? Carbon fibre. Let's continue the hood operation. Oh, was that close? It's this one, I think, for open. Alcantara on the roof lining as well. So everything's Alcantara on this car. You've got your main menu here, navigation phone, rear view camera. You can see that there. You can also see that on the main screen here in full screen, and then you can also see those there. So that's a nice feature. Excuse me. You can then do the spoiler with the aero button. You can raise or lower it manually, or electronically, I should say. And in here we've got additional storage, and there's the McLaren service book there. You've got front end lift on this. You just press the button at the end of the stalk there to lift the car. Okay, and the same again to lower it, or the car will lower itself automatically. You've got voice control. You've got the dash. So what the dash said, which is very cool, I love this, is you put this into active track mode, boom, Batman style. Look at it. And then all of a sudden things turn serious. It sounds fantastic. You can also do that manually by pressing this button here, and it will raise up and show you the full display as well, but it will show it in this different format for the full track mode. So that's the handling and power on track. Obviously we can take the active off and it'll switch back to the normal mode. You've got auto dimming rear view mirrors as well. 720S badge there. We can let me sit down. Okay, so we can, is it press and hold? I can never figure this one out. But yeah, you can raise and lower the spoiler. You've got these carbon fibre paddle shifters as well that are fantastic. All the dash covered in Alcantara as well, so it's a really nice bit of kit. But yeah, let's put the I'll show you the car with the roof up as well. Bear with me. So that's it with the roof up. Now the roof is finished in gloss black, but these panels here are actually glass, so you can actually see through the panels onto the rear deck. It's a really nice feature the way they've designed it. Got the heat out the back of this thing. Kicks out some heat out of those exhausts. I absolutely love this car. I love McLarens in general. I think they are probably the best supercar out there currently on the market, and this particular 720S is just stunning. What an absolute machine this is. I really can't fault it. Beautiful condition. It has got PPF on the front. Those holes, by the way, are the number plate mounting holes. So that's where the bracket goes to put your number plate on, if you so choose to put it on. Of course, the doors are those dihedral lifting doors, and they look fantastic, unlike anything else on the market. Just look at those. And that is pretty much it, folks. That is our McLaren 720S, our 2019 720 horsepower performance model with, I think it's roughly around £100,000 in carbon fibre options, give or take. What a machine. The best one on the market, the highest spec on the market. It is the best McLaren 720S you will find. If you, like me, you love carbon everything, then there's nothing else quite like this. And that's pretty much it. I think that's enough of me talking about this particular car. We do, of course, offer numerous different finance packages specifically for these kind of supercars that are tailored for them, because not everyone finances this sort of value or these particular cars. So we have the correct people for these, so just give us a shout. We'll be happy to put something together for you. And of course we offer delivery all across the country, in fact all across the world, and the car is of course under Mclaren Warranty, as I mentioned, until January of next year, and you can then extend it either for a year or 2 years if you wish with your McLaren dealer before it lapses at a preferred price. That's when the next service is due as well, and the services aren't too bad on these either. They're not stupid money like some of the other manufacturers, actually quite reasonable, I think. So all in all, a supercar you can buy with your heart and also with your head, the way the prices are going at the moment. So thank you very much for watching, and we will see you on the very next video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. In the meantime, you get yourself a good night and a good weekend. Goodbye.